Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Growing Up Too Fast. My name is Cheyenne. I will be your host for the foreseeable future, and I'm going to give you a little bit about me and a little preempting too, because number one, I have the most shitty mic on earth. It's hella staticky, so if you hear static, forgive me. I'm going to try to fix it as we go on, but what do I know, right? Number one, who am I, right? Who is this girl in your ears right now? My name is Cheyenne. I am 20 years old. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey, so shout out us. And I assume that most of the people listening to this are also from Jersey City, New Jersey, so shout out you guys for stopping in. Thank you. I'm 20. I just dropped out of college about a year ago, so I've kind of just been on this fucking boat ride, to be very frank with you, of living life as a real adult. And I mean, I had to grow up fast. Why else would I be making something like this? But college gave me a little bit of an extension to my childhood, so now that I don't have that, I'm extra figuring it out, right? I mean, how would you know? I'm saying right. Okay. So why am I here for the podcast sense of things? For a couple of reasons. I mean, I grew up here. I know what it was like to live here in Jersey City, and I know what it was like to be silenced when I had things going on, when I had issues that needed to be talked about. And so my goal is, number one, to make it feel safe for anyone to talk about anything they're going through, because all of your experiences are valid. All of my experiences are valid. There's no reason to invalidate them. It happened and it's real, and I'm here because I have been through some shit too. I honestly started the podcast as an outlet. My goal, it came into fruition as I was doing my job, which I'll get into in a little bit, but I just wanted to open up a floor for people that have been through stuff, and also open up conversation about things that make most people uncomfortable. So, some examples of some things we're going to talk about here in general, not today, probably. I don't have infinite time, but it's going to be just things like, what's it like to be a person? What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to grow up the way I did? What does it mean to grow up in any other way? Life, death, sex, sexuality, virginity, mental health, things that are, not considered table talk, but I think that they should be. So that's why I'm here. And we're gonna make it table talk. It's gonna get fucking dirty here. It's gonna get sick. It's gonna get twisted. And if you're not here for that, leave, because that's what I'm here for. My goal for today's episode is a couple of things. Number one, let you guys know that who I am. So hi, how are ya? But also just let people know that I'm here. Open this up. It's gonna be a short one, maybe 15 minutes, and even then, I don't think I could talk for that long without structure. But that's my intention, just starting this off, letting you guys at least hear my setup, because the audio is probably not going to be the greatest you've ever heard. And also just to make people feel comfortable trusting me, right? So who is this girl? What is she talking about? How does she know what it's like to struggle? I'm here to tell you, baby. That was weird, sorry. But for today, I'm looking at my little note sheet that I created with fucking blurbs and bullet points of things. I guess the first thing I want to do is let you guys know what I do for work, right? Because I said that I got this idea through my job. I am a corporate trainer at a sales job. I don't know if I signed an NDA, so if I'm not anymore after the next episode, I'll let y'all know. But I basically am one of the people that stand outside of supermarkets and fundraise for charities, which sounds pretty shit, to be quite honest and to be quite vulnerable, but it is very true. I have a pitch, I make commission, I work hard, 12-hour days to fundraise, and I can't say it's the best job. I'm broke as hell. If I don't make a donation, I'm making $100 a check for 60 hours of work, but what's invaluable to me is experience, and I'm getting a hell of a lot of that. So the reason why this came up is because I met this lovely lady when I was at work. Her name was Diane, such a sweetie. We were in I want to say Massachusetts, maybe New Hampshire, maybe Saratoga Springs. I don't know. We were somewhere. With the job, we get to travel, and I met this amazing woman. Her name was Diane. She was 79, and I knew she wasn't going to donate. She had forgotten her card, and we do everything through credit or debit. But the conversation I had with her unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. She was so vulnerable and open with me. She talked to me about how she grew up. She told me how she has an 81-year-old friend who every day wakes up and begs God for another day, and how she will never do that because she's done everything. She did all the coke, all the drugs, you name it, she did it, okay? And she doesn't regret it because she's 79 and she's alive. And if she dies tomorrow, she knows she did everything she could have done with her life. And that meant so much to me. As someone that has been so petrified of death that I have plastered note cards on my wall saying what the estimated female lifespan was, I was in awe of this woman. She was everything I wanted to be when I got older. And she was like, I wish that there was something I could do. I wish that I could take you out for dinner or give you cash towards a charity. And I was like, oh, you don't have to do that. And then it just came out of my mouth. What if you were on a podcast? And what if I was hosting? And Diane was not happy with that statement. She was like, I don't want to be on a podcast. I've been fighting my whole life to get out of the spotlight, which I don't even know the lore on that. So Diane, if you ever hear this, let me know. But that experience, I didn't even mean for it to come out of my mouth, but it did, and it was like, oh, I have to do this. And so the job is invaluable in that way. It gave me great ideas. It gave me principles on how to talk to people. I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere without it. You know what I mean? Not to, fucking glaze the job, but I'm grateful for the experience. And because of the job that I'm working now, although I am getting paid rocks and pebbles for the amount of work I do, the experience truly is invaluable. And that's kind of how I'm here right now. I think a month ago, not even a month ago, like 6 months ago, I would have been too terrified to talk to myself in a room. But here I am doing it, and I'm loving it. And I think that my phone just made noise, so forgive that. But I'm here now, and I am a real person, I promise. I've been through a lot of stuff I'm qualified to be here, Like I said, plastered post-it notes on my wall about death and life, and had a lot of extensive therapy about why we shouldn't be stressing about that at 20 years old. I used to be a devout Catholic, and then I got into foster care and was no longer. I don't remember if I said that yet, but surprise if not. I was a foster child for 4 years, and that's kind of really when I had labeled my childhood as quote unquote over. That was when I had to start doing things for myself. That was when I didn't have mommy and daddy on my back, making sure I was doing good. And that's just one. My parents are addicts. Sorry, guys. I know you didn't want me to say that on this, but no sugarcoating here, baby. They're addicts, and I had to deal with that my whole life. I'm still dealing with that, still. So trust me when I say that I am qualified to be here. I also am diagnosed with major depressive disorder. I don't know what the word is, but my therapist is not a person that can diagnose, and she told me that I had complex post-traumatic stress disorder because of the addict parents. Yeah. But I haven't been diagnosed with that, so I'm not going to really talk about that as much. I have been diagnosed with MDD, though, and that is a big factor of my life. It's actually the reason why I'm no longer in school, and this is really vulnerable, and I just got really nervous if you heard the stutter there. But I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I'm not doing another take. This is take 6, so I am here to talk about all of that. I'm here to talk about how my mental health has changed, where I'm at with my journey now, where I'm at with my family now. And I know there are other people around the world that have been through similar things to I have, so I'm here for you. If you have any specific advice you want, if you have any questions that you need to ask me or you need to ask somebody, and I'm the only one that seems liable to answer, feel free. I'm gonna plug my Instagram at the end of this, and I'm going to post it on Instagram, so how else would it be found? Probably YouTube too. I don't really know the logistics yet. I kind of just started recording, but I'm here, and your experiences are valid, and I want to hear them so that I feel less alone. And I'm sure that me talking about my experiences help you feel less alone. But I'm not here to just give you guys bad stuff about my life, right? I'm here to also talk about how I've changed and how I've developed since then. And I think the biggest thing I will say is I became adaptable. when I got into foster care, what was I to do but sit there and suffer, right? Wrong. I had to adjust myself to the situation I was in. And that's been my whole life. When I got into college, I had to adjust to that. When I got out of college, I had to adjust to what that meant for me. I had to adjust to losing dreams, gaining them, love, heartbreak, all the things that you could imagine. I'm there, okay? I'm not going to say that I've had substance abuse issues, but I've done a couple. I'm here and I know what's going on and I'm ready to talk about it. I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of holding it in. I'm ready for a safe space to be created, and that's my goal here. I just want to make us all safe. And I can't do it for the whole world, but I can do it for the 6 people that maybe listen when this drops. So that's where we're at right now. Am I a better person for what's happened to me? Fuck if I know. I'm here now in this body of the person that has had that happen to them. But I do know that I am a great friend. I'm loving, I'm compassionate. I love hard, and I care more than I should. And I know that I wouldn't change who I am for the entire world. And that has everything to do with my experiences. So if I said anything here that piqued your interest today, if I touched on a topic that you want to hear more about, let me know. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to talk also because I love to talk. If you know Cheyenne, you know that bitch can talk. So I'm here for that. What do you want to hear? Do you want to tell me about a moment where you realized that your parents weren't superheroes, or that adults don't have all the answers? Or when was the moment where you found out that your childhood was over? And were you ready for it to end? Because I know I wasn't, right? But that's really it. Give me some advice too, right? You've heard me talk my shit. What helped you get through similar situations? And just overall interact, right? So that I could have something to post the next time I decide to do it. Other than that, it's a short episode, I know, but I think I've really touched on everything I wanted to in the first. Give me a follow, like the video or whatever it's called. Follow me on Spotify, and if I post it on YouTube, there too. But yeah, hopefully you tune in for the next one, which I think I'm going to be talking about that foster care sitch. Or, if you guys are more interested, my first heartbreak. Dun dun dun. But whatever. I will see you guys on the flip side, and truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening to me talk for about 12 minutes now, and hopefully the next time you get to listen to me talk for 30. But that's really it. Thanks for being here. This is the end of episode 1 of Growing Up Too Fast.